attracting as possible, guys. So attracting as many agents to your revenue share as possible, because that's one of the beauties of being at Exp Realty. That's why 1,000 agents are leaving their companies and coming to Exp Realty, because it's finally a better way. It's a better way to do real estate. It's a better way to run a business, guys. So you can come over to Exp and treat Exp almost like a franchise, like your own company, like you're growing your own real estate company, and receive multiple streams of income, receive stock, receive revenue share, high split, 80-20, low cap of 16,000 to 100% commission, guys. So, with me, I'm virtually 100% year round, because I have revenue share coming in that exceeds the 16,000. So that's the beauty of being here at Exp Realty. You can virtually be 100% year round, but also be 100 plus. I remember that's what attracted me to Exp. They said, how would you like to be 100 plus? Because I left a 100% company to come to Exp, and they said, hey, this opportunity up here, you can make 100 plus. And sure enough, I'm earning 100, maybe 150%. I don't even know the number, but it's up there. All right, guys, want to welcome all of our guests real quick. I know we got some guests on the line, or some people for the first time. Could you just say hello to us, our guests? I think I got some guests on.
Hi, everyone. My name is Candace Hunter, and I'm a guest today. So thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome, Candace. Welcome. Where are you dialing from? North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, we got some North Carolina folks on our team. What part of North Carolina?
I'm in Charlotte.
Sorry, okay. Awesome. Welcome. Anybody else? Any other guests or anybody else for the first time? Okay. All right, guys. Okay, let's move on then. So let's open it up. Let's go right into activity, guys. Any activity, some wins. Let's hit a couple of wins for this week, and then we're gonna jump right into some training and let everybody go. Okay, so any wins from this week? Anybody want to share?
Good morning, this is Linda. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a couple of wins. I got 2 ratified contracts yesterday.
Whoa, awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yes, and these are buyers that we have made 20 offers, and we finally got them, so I'm glad for the both of them, and I picked up 2 new buyers this week.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Wow. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Linda.
Yes, congratulations.
All right, any other wins?
I have 2 wins this week as well. My new agent, Brenda Rose, her license popped into EXP, so she is coming aboard. Hopefully she'll be able to dial into the call this morning.
Awesome.
So that is a win, as well as I got 2 buyers pre-approved. So we're getting ready to start looking for homes for them.
Awesome. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good. Any other wins, guys?
Excuse me. I have a win. I wanted to wait till I stopped the car. I have a listing coming in sometime probably early in the next week or 2.
Nice.
And then also
Congratulations.
Awesome, Jason.
Thank you. I also
Congratulations.
thank you. I also have 3 buyers, clients potentially coming online here in the next couple weeks.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Jason.
Thanks.
Good. Okay. Awesome, guys. Any other wins before we move on? Any kudos? Anybody done thank on the team?
Good morning. This is Connie from Texas at 7 in the morning. This was a win for me to be on the call. I've been sick, but I wanted to thank Linda because she answered a question for me today. I have some clients there who were interested in an auction and I had no idea what to do, but she gave me some information and I learned. My goal is to always learn something every day. And thank you, Linda, for being so willing to share your knowledge all the time. Thank you.
You welcome, Connie.
Thank you.
Awesome, Connie. Hey, Patrice is on fire. Patrice is under you, right, Connie?
Pam and I, yes, sir. She's killing it.
She is killing it.
Yes.
She had a great mentor, and that's Pam.
Okay. And Connie, she was great too.
I'm her sponsor, but very actively involved. Yes, we're very excited for her.
That's
She
awesome.
is doing it.
Good, good. All right. Okay, any others, guys? All right. Okay, we're gonna jump right in. Of course, today is Friday. Leadership meeting is at 11, guys. So definitely plug in, hear what's happening at the company. You know, with EXP, it's like a movement. We're opening up in new countries almost, it seems like every month. We're opening up somewhere, and we've exceeded 55,000 agents. So definitely plug into the leadership meeting to hear all the upcoming events and announcements and see what's rolling out new with the company. So definitely plug into EXP and also the iConversations right after the leadership meeting. Hear from the top agents around the country, what they're doing and how they're growing their business, guys. So, you know, EXP is an open book, so much training, collaboration, 60 to 80 live, hours of live training every single week, guys. So you definitely want to plug in. Make sure you have your calendar downloaded for the new agents that's coming aboard. Make sure you have the EXP calendar and take advantage of all this training. There's no other company out there that's offering this training and collaboration every single week, guys, live training. And you can go back in Workplace. You can get the link to where some of the recorded training, you can go back and listen to it. But so much training going on even today. It's jam-packed even today. Those who've been around for a while, remember Friday used to be kind of a light day. There wasn't anything going on after the leadership meeting, iConversations, but now they got stuff going on all the way up until 5 o'clock. World Tour, Icon Series, keeping virtual entrepreneurship, listings going wild. That's a good one in the Icon Series. One of the icons is teaching it. That's at 2 o'clock. Listings going wild. There's a Safety Matters class, Attraction Series, Advantages of Our Model at 12 o'clock. So it's a jam-packed calendar, guys, and that's every single day here at EXP. So we're definitely just fortunate and blessed to be here. All right, let's, guys, I'm gonna share my screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into some things here I wanted to cover with you guys. This is from my class, guys, and some of you, and I probably won't hit each one of these slides because it's about an hour-long class. Can y'all see my slides?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is a class that I do, EXP University, going from dual career to top producing agent. We're getting ready, Lashmi and I are getting ready to take this one on the road, where we're gonna be doing these to the general public. Because there's a lot of dual career agents out there who are trying to figure it out, trying to want to, decide if they're gonna go full-time in business or do they need to, have a job, or if I'm full-time in the business, do I need to go and get a job and just kind of do the business, part-time? So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna go through some of these and hit some of the highlights. Like I said, I won't hit every slide like I do normally for my class, but I just want, really provide some good information to everybody that's gonna help me. And I think this is information in this class for everybody, not just through a career, but for full-time agents as well. I like to start the class out talking about mindset, and you hear us, that's kind of like the running theme for our dream team meetings. Our dream team, our whole group, our team, is that mindset. Mindset is everything, guys. You got to start thinking like a capper, thinking like an icon agent, carrying yourself like an icon agent, and being on these calls is what helps you. It gives you that confidence to really be able to go out there and, and talk like you've been around for a while. We got some new agents. New to the business, just because they've been plugged into the dream team, you know, came aboard with EXP, got plugged into the dream team. Now, even, you know, it's accelerated their career. Have y'all been seeing that? It's accelerated their career. They're doing things faster now, where some of us have been around years ago, got their license, and it took us a long time to get, you know, 5 deals or 10 deals done. You know, I know it took me over a year to do my first transaction, a year and a half. So we're able to accelerate it here by plugging them into the dream team. In order to be it, you must become it now. Guys, that's why we talk about your goals, putting it down, becoming it now. Become that capper now. Think like an icon. Put it down on paper. Put it in one of your goals that, hey, I'm going to cap this year. I know we're rolling out more cappers out of the dream team. Soon to be more icons. I think we're going to have our second icon outside of myself. Our first icon with John up in Maryland. But we want icons rolling out of the dream team. Conquer your fears. Do it afraid. You know, believe that you can win, and believe that, you know, real estate is one of the greatest industries in the world, guys. You got to stick to it. Y'all have heard my story. You know, I almost quit the business early on because I was struggling. I was having a hard time. You know, my clients, you know, end up, you know, letting me go and working with somebody else. So you've kind of heard the story, but I stuck with it. So you got to have some stick to itness, guys. You got to stick in there and know that you're in one of the greatest industries in the world. And, you know, I've tried all kinds of stuff. I've tried all kinds of business opportunities, selling this and selling that. But guys, I've never made the amount of money that I made in any of those companies that like I've made in real estate. So all that to say is stick to it. Keep plugging into these meetings. Keep plugging into the training at EXP. Learn the business. You know, learn the business. Okay. All right, guys, think big. Have big goals. I hope everybody has their income goal by now. Does everybody have their income goal, what they're going to do this year?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Income goals. Income goals, guys. Production goals. You want to have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish this year. You know, if some of you are, if you're part-time, think about when you want to go full-time. Write your goals down, review it every day. What do you want? What's your why? Put a plan in place. Put a plan in place. I know some of you all are dialed in. You can't see my slides, but who is that? Is that Candace? So just take some notes as I talk. But what do you want? You know, what is your why? Why are you doing this business? What's the end game? What's your goal? Put a plan in place to achieve your goals and get an accountability partner, guys. If you have not connected with somebody on the dream team to be your accountability partner, you really need to do that. It's so important to have an accountability partner, somebody that's going to hold your feet to the fire, somebody that's going to hold you accountable to say, hey, you're doing your money making activities every day. Because, you know, guys, it's not going to just magically happen. It's not, people are not going to just start magically calling you. You got to do something. You got to do some money making activities. You got to do the work, you know, and then the blessings follow that. But you got to do it. You got to put it on paper, your vision, your goals, your dreams. What do you want to accomplish? But then you got to do the activities. You got to do those activities. I'm going to hit some activities that we need to be doing as well. But it's so important to get that accountability partner. Just reach out to somebody. You see all the names on here. Somebody will be your accountability partner, you know. So reach out to somebody and say, hey, I want you to be my accountability. Will you be my accountability partner? But you don't want that person to have to chase you down. You got to send your numbers. You got to be accountable. You got to send your numbers or your kind of like your report for the day. I contacted 5 people. I contacted 10 people. I sent 10 text messages. I sent some videos. This is what I did. I knocked on doors today, or I gave business cards out. I called some contractors. See, these are all activity type things. So I'm kind of sprinkle them, give you a couple of these ideas and lead generation methods, and, you know, kind of as I go through the presentation. But these are those things that you need to be doing on a regular basis, guys. Okay. Decide to go pro. You got to decide when you're going to take the business serious, guys. That's what happened when I came over to EXP. I had already been licensed since 2006 and came over to EXP. What was that? 2000, what is it? 12? No, 13. I came over to EXP 2013. Guys, I decided to take the business serious once I came over to EXP, and that's when things changed. Before that, it was like a hobby. You know, it was good. I had a job, you know, I was just doing a little bit here and there. You know, even though I was at that 100% company, I still wasn't selling a lot of real estate. But when I came over to EXP, got plugged in and connected with people like Mike Houston, Guy Allen, some of the other folks here in the DMV that was trying to build this EXP and start having accountability, you know, that's when the business took off. So you have to decide that, hey, I'm going to take the business serious. I'm deciding to go pro with the business, learning the business, attending classes, getting educated, you know, learning from mentors, you know, plugging into these meetings. That's why I'm so excited when I see the people that are plugging into these meetings, the guys there in the mornings, they're doing more real estate. They're selling more, they're capping, they're running for icon. But you got to stay plugged in because this meeting is almost like our accountability. You know, you want accountability on an individual level, but this call is also your accountability call. That's why we talk about wins. You know, what did you do? What are you doing to move your business forward? Right. So professionalize your services. You got to have the basics, guys. You got to have your lock boxes. You got to have signs. You got to be a member of your board so you can open up lock boxes. At least that's how it is in the DMV. You got to join the board in order to, you know, be able to get that key or be able to download that app on your phone to get into homes. So you don't want to just go around saying, hey, I got a license, but you want to professionalize your service. You want to become a professional realtor and go pro. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
So,
Yes, yes, of course, yes.
yeah, so professionalize, guys, become a professional realtor, professional. You know, the more professional you become in your business though, or the way you treated your mindset, guys, your income goes up. You know, you're paid at the level of the value that you add on a regular basis, guys, the value that you bring into the marketplace. My value from the experience that I have, that's why I can demand, you know, the income that I earn. So think about in those terms, guys, how much value are you adding? You know, where's your income level? We want everybody again to be at that $100,000 plus. So what does that look like? What do you have? You know, you have to raise up. You're professionalizing your service. You have to raise up your level, your mindset, your mentality, your services to get to that point where you're demanding $100,000 a year plus. All right. So passion is contagious. Got to have passion out there. Won't spend a lot of time on that, but wake up every day passionate. Working hard and having discipline, guys. There's no substitute for hard work. So it takes hard work and discipline to go beyond the crowd, guys. You heard, what was that last week? Not last week, on I think Wednesday or Monday, and Pam was talking about she was ratifying a contract at 10, 11 o'clock at night. You know, that's what we do, guys. We don't, you know, to make the kind of income that we earn, you know, 100,000 plus, it's not really a 9 to 5. It's just not clocking in a couple of hours. It's really hard work. It's a lot of time. It's answering text messages late at night. I mean, that's just for me. You know, that's how I roll in my business. I work hard. I'm very disciplined and I'm consistent. It takes sacrifice, less sleep, up early, up late, especially, excuse me, guys, especially if you're trying to go full time in the business. You know, for me, when I was part-time, my goal was to get off that treadmill, get out of that office setting. You know, I wanted to grind so I could show my wife, prove to her, hey, I can do this business full time. I can do this thing. So it was sacrifice. It was less sleep, up early, up late. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me grab a bottle of water right quick. Sorry about that. All right, guys. So, man, we got a horse. Stop being a secret agent. Excuse me. Wow.
You've been turning up, Rod. Sound like me.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? I was up at 3 o'clock this morning and I've just had all these ideas. I could not get back to sleep at 3 this morning. I finally went back to sleep, maybe about 5 something. And then I woke up like 6. It was time to get up. So I don't know what was going on last night. So maybe that's what it is.
Fine.
Yeah, you were supposed to
Ready to
write
go.
them down.
Yeah. What'd you say, Pam?
You were supposed to write them down.
I know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't lose them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, I'm good now. So stop being a secret agent, guys. You gotta let people know you're in real estate. You gotta let people know that you're in real estate. Everybody that you know, you gotta make that list of people that know, like, and trust you. It's all about those know, like, and trust relationships, guys. That's a gold mine. I get so much business from the people. All of my business, I mean, almost 100% of my business comes from know, like, and trust relationships. Past clients, people that I know, people I go to church with, people in my neighborhood, people that know me. I get business from them. You got to identify those people and strategically, or just let them know that you're in the business. Let them know. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a text message, a call. Let them know, hey, I'm in real estate. Please keep me in mind. Everybody talking about buying real estate. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but you want to write those names down. You want to write those people down. Create a database of everybody that you know and let them know that you're in real estate. You can use a CRM to set them up to start receiving listings or to receive something monthly from you, or newsletter, anything. Stop having a halfway mentality and give it 100%, guys. Stop having this halfway mentality, doing everything halfway, and give it 100%. Give the business 100%. So we're halfway prospecting, we're halfway posting on social media, you're halfway following up, you're halfway doing the business, but you're expecting this great income, guys. It's not going to happen. You know, there's a saying that says how you do anything is how you do everything. And so we got to stop making excuses, guys. Start doing the business, start giving the business 100%, and it will pay you well. It will pay you well. It will take care of you and your family if you do this thing right. All right, guys. Fighting the war, focus. Can y'all still see my slides okay? Y'all good?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, fight the war, focus, guys. You got to stay disciplined, doing what it takes daily. Get rid of the distractions. A lot of us are entrepreneurs, guys. We're too distracted. We're trying to do too many things, so many things to try to bring in money, all these money-making stuff. You know, stop being so distracted. Get a schedule, develop a schedule and stick to it. Got to have thick skin in the business. Thick skin. Like I started out saying, you know, everybody's not going to do business with you. You got to have that mindset, that mentality to say next. Who's next? Don't get bogged down and, you know, don't throw in the towel. Don't quit the business over one person. Guys, there's a whole lot of people out there that want to do business with you. But you got to have that stick to itness. Don't stopping and restarting, stopping. You're losing momentum. You got to create that momentum. Keep that momentum. And that's calling people, staying engaged with real estate, staying in expectation mode that, hey, I'm going to get a client today. I'm going to get a listing today. I'm going to get a buyer today. Stay in expectation mode, guys. Have that. This is what Bruce Lee said, a successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. You got to have that laser focus, guys. When I'm focused in on something, I'm focused in a laser. And that's how I always achieve my goals, my income goals, my production goals, because I'm so focused on it. Okay, let's talk about making a decision to go full time in the business. This is going to be critical. Budget 101. This Rod Obee's budget 101 class. Be intentional about your spending. Be intentional about your spending, guys. If you're planning to go full time, or you out there right now and you don't have a lot of deals, you want to watch your spending, you want to budget. Determine how much you will save for your emergency fund. You really need to have an emergency fund. It's hard to sell real estate when you're struggling financially. when you worried about the bills, worried about utilities being turned off, worried about your mortgage not being paid or your rent not being paid. Does anybody, can I get one amen? Is anybody know what I'm talking about?
Amen.
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 So you want to
Amen.
list all recurring personal expenses for everyone in the house. You know, put a budget, put it down on paper. Your rent, mortgage, utilities, car payments, gas, food, cell phone. Write it down, guys. You need to know your expenses. List all your business expenses, websites, all the shiny objects that we got signed up for and we forgot about. Zillow, ads. Evaluate where your business came from last year. Maybe you don't need to be spending a lot of money. That's what I had to realize, like, man, why am I spending money over here and all my business come from my database, my sphere of influence? Why am I, giving these people $200 a month, $300 a month, and I'm not getting anything from it? Do a review of your bank statements to track your spending, see where the money is coming, where it's going. I recommend separating, guys. Give your business account for your business expenses, and your personal account. Pay yourself, after every commission, pay Uncle Sam, pay yourself, and pay your tithes if you're a tither. Eliminate debt along the way. Try to get debt free. Try to get debt free if you can, guys. It's so much easier in life if you're debt free. You don't have a lot of debt and bills coming in. You can focus on the business, not be worried about not having enough money.
Amen.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, or would you rather we save it to the end?
Let's open it up at the end. I'm gonna go through and we'll open it up at the end if that's okay.
Okay.
Making the decision to go full time. Experience. So closed deals. You want to have some closed deals under your belt, guys, before you go out trying to do it full time, unless you're in a position where your spouse or significant other, or you're living with family or whatever, you have a roof over your head. Does that make sense, y'all? So closed deals under your belt. I got experience, and maybe capping is a good milestone for you. Capping is 80,000 gross commission. Gross. So you'll end up with, 60 something, I guess, after you pay $16,000 thing to EXP. So capping is a good milestone to say, hey, I capped. I know for me, I wanted to cap at least twice when I had my full-time job before I went full-time in the business. That's a good milestone for you. Savings. Do I have adequate savings in the bank? Have I developed a budget? Emergency fund. Recommend 6 months or more in reserves as an emergency fund. 6 months, guys. Again, so you're not stressed about money. You don't want to get to that position where you're stressed and you're worried about money and worried about finances. Because, it becomes like a cycle for you. It becomes like whatever you're worried about. When you're worried about money, it produces word about money. And it's hard to get out of that cycle because you tend to attract what you're thinking about. So if you're thinking about lack and I'm running out of money, scarcity, that's what you're going to attract more to you. So you have to really be careful with that one. 6 months reserve, guys, or unless you have a spouse, a significant other who's bringing in money, or you have a support system around you where you have support with your bills, you have support with your home, things like that. Family discussion is a big decision. Is this the right time? Medical benefits, insurance, taxes. Predictable and consistent paycheck goes away. So you have to think about these guys. Have a discussion, a family discussion. Is this the right time to go full time in the business, or do I need to get me a little part-time job, so I have some money coming in to cover the bills? Pipeline. Do I have pending sales? I would not recommend trying to go full time in the business. Again, if you don't have that support system, financial support, if you don't have any pending sales, if you don't have active qualified buyers and sellers, and again, it's active qualified pre-approvals in hand, not somebody that's working on their credit, not rentals and things like that, guys. You can't survive off rentals. Anybody? Any amens on that? You cannot survive.
Amen.
Amen.
That's my money. That's coffee money.
You cannot survive off rentals, guys. So active qualified buyers, and I would say listings. That's why you got to really beef up your game with listings, especially in most markets right now. Inventory is scarce, so you want to know how to get listings. And be prepared for those listings. Guys, when I'm, and this is why a database is so important. Most of my business comes from a referral and database side. So when I get a call to list a house, I don't have to come there with a, 50-page listing presentation. It's like, here are the prices. This is what they're selling for. When do we want to go on the market? When can I schedule a photo shoot? Do you want to sign out there in the front? I'm gonna put a lockbox. You have an extra key. That's the listing presentation when you're dealing with database. Anybody else have that? Can't be just me.
Yes.
So much easier, right, Pam? When it's
I'm working on it.
When it's spear.
It is, because by the time you talk to them, they've made up their mind already. They already know they want you. So it's not about going and giving them all your stats and things like that. It is about, okay, when are you moving? When you want to put the house on the market. And like you said, let's put the pictures on, get the lockbox on.
Yeah.
It's a better conversation.
Right. Totally different conversation, guys. So database, daily activities. Let's talk about activities, guys. So the goal is to do real estate related income producing activities throughout your day. This is where it comes. This is the whole business, guys, right here on one slide. Prospecting. You got to be talking to people. You got to be prospecting. You got to follow up with those people. You got to get appointments, either buyer appointments or listing appointments. Buyer appointments where you're doing a buyer consultation. You're talking to them about buying a house, talking about getting a pre-approval, maybe a little bit about the rates, what's going on in the market right now. Talk about the contract. Talk about the buyer agreement. In the state of Virginia, requires that we put in writing who it is that we represent. So this is why, we have a buyer agreement. I have to list who it is that I'm representing you as your buyer agent. I'm paid by the seller. So have your script down in your mind. I've done it so many times, I kind of know what my script is, but so I have my points in front of me that I want to hit. I talk to them about how I'm going to protect them in the contract, talking about the deposits, some of the upfront money, especially with our veterans and our, and first-time home buyers. A lot of them feel that, they don't have to have any money. There's no money that they need whatsoever. But my veterans, it's no down payment, but you're still going to need money for your appraisal, for your home inspection. If you're getting a home inspection, which is tough in this market, but just talking in general. And you're going to, in this market, you're going to have to pay your closing costs. So it's always a lot of confusion between closing costs and down payment. So you got to be prepared to talk about that and explain that. So maybe one of our calls next week, we'll talk about a presentation and explain those things. And appointments, you got to be ready for listing appointments. And then that's what gets you to closings. Appointments, closings. So if you're not going on appointments, then you got to question everything about your business. You got to question everything. Everything should be based on appointments, not just about calling 1 million people, dialing, but it's really how many appointments can I get? Does that make sense, y'all? How many appointments?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, it does.
How many appointments can I go on? You should be booking appointments. It's about booking appointments, getting people. I mean, an appointment that could be a Zoom. Nowadays we're doing Zoom, or if it's a call. Again, sphere of influence, guys. I'm doing that little presentation when I talk to them. I'm doing it over the phone. So we don't have to formally meet at an office or formally meet at Panera or Starbucks to formally do a buyer presentation. You can do that thing over the phone. Okay, let's get you pre-approved. I'm gonna get you over to my lender, and okay, send me a list. I'm gonna start sending you some homes. Send me the ones that you're interested in. Send them back to me, and then hey, let's plan. When can you go out and see some homes? So you're doing that kind of over the phone. That at least that buyer presentation, getting pre-approved, and y'all out looking at homes. Okay, let me skip through these. So these are some of the things that I do, guys, especially when I was on the job. So this schedule here was kind of based on me having a job, but it'll still work. Early in the morning before work, reviewing my goals, affirmations, training, education, exercise. training, education, guys, you shouldn't be doing all that stuff. Your whole day packed with just in classes. You pick some times, maybe early in the morning, or pick some classes that you may want to pop into, but you got to get that prospecting time. You got to be contacting and having conversations with people about real estate. Lunchtime, prospecting. If I had a full-time job, I was out meeting people, returning some calls, doing some lead follow-up, maybe even an appointment, a quick appointment with somebody to do a buyer consultation or something. Prospecting in the afternoons, lead follow-up, returning calls, going on appointments, prospecting, social media, posting. Now with your smartphone, you could do a lot of those things, maybe even at work when you got some breaks, some downtime. Admin, training, reading business in the evening, working on your paperwork, working on contracts, getting your listings in, doing all that stuff late in the evenings. Same thing with Friday. So I said, this slide here, dominate your weekend. So if you're a full, part-time agent, you want to be dominating the weekend. The weekend is yours. You want to dominate Saturday and Sunday. Appointments, showings, open houses, prospecting, social media posting. You want to be just thinking about, how can I get my name? How can I get in front of people who are looking to buy and sell real estate? That should be your number one focus, that I'm expecting to get a buyer. Not hoping and praying that you wishing but you're expecting. That's the biggest thing with our team, that we're always in expectation mode. We expect to get a client. It's at a point now, I get a new person, a new referral, somebody almost every day of the week. So you want to get in that expectation, start speaking it, start saying it. I get a new client every day. I get a new listing every week. You want to start, that should be your conversation, not worry and doubt and frustration. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get my next deal. I'm worried. No, you gotta switch your mindset, switch your speaking, your tone, your thinking. Your whole language has to change. When you see that, when you start changing on the inside, the whole outside will start changing. Everything about your business. Okay, get down here. Okay, action plan, decide when to go full time. Have a made up mind, guys. You got to see it. That's why it's so important. How many deals you want to do? We got 6 months left this year. What do you want to accomplish in these 6 months? What do you want to accomplish, guys? Get a clear vision for it. Start saving, putting money aside. You got to get out of worrying about money and finances, because you're doing more damage to yourself and your finances by worrying about it. You got to turn it all over. You got to turn it over to God. You got to get worried about finances completely out of your system. So think of ways to do that. That's why you got to start putting a little bit of money aside, saving. Take massive action daily, guys. You got to take massive action. If you want things to change, if you want these next 6 months, if you want to nail it, kill it these next 6 months, and have an awesome Christmas, have one of the best Christmases, that you've ever had, you got to start taking massive action now. Is that right, Jazz?
Yes.
Take massive action now. If you want to have an awesome Christmas, guys, I know we had an awesome Christmas last year. I shared it with the team where, it's at the point, I buy what I want. It's not based on price. I buy what I want for my family. I'm not looking at, I'm looking at the rack or in the store. I'm looking at the brand. I'm not looking at price. You know what I mean? So you want to have, it's a whole mindset shift of, being in a wealthy place, living in abundance and prosperity. Staying focused, time on task over time. Just got to stay focused. Stay focused. Let me see here. So capping formula, getting out here to the end, and we'll open it up for questions. Determine your average sales price. Guys, and I know we've done this as a team. Write your goal down. Compress time frames. You gotta think doing it faster. You gotta push yourself to cap, especially for those who are looking to run for icon. You gotta do this thing quicker. You gotta cap faster. You gotta have faster to give yourself enough time to do 20 transactions. Guys, if you don't have the momentum built up, it's difficult to do 20 transactions. Anybody? And do I have any amens on that? It's definitely.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
So you cap. I mean, it's like running a marathon. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm capped, and I got to do 20 more. So you really got to compress time frames. That's the one thing I always attribute to Guy Allen. Guy Allen taught me about compressing time frames. You got to do it faster. You got to shrink that goal down from 8 months to start thinking now, I got to cap in 3 months. And capping is 80,000 gross commission income. And you're usually around 3 million or so, 3 to 4 million, just depending on the commissions. And if you did some with some other agents and things like that. So you got to compress time frames. Do it fast. There's 6 months left in this year, guys. You got to, whatever your goals are, cut it in half. You know, if it's 10 deals, if you got a goal to do 5 transactions for the rest of the year, you know, do 5 by August. Give yourself a shorter time frame to do it. Identify your top 3 avenues of business. Where's the business going to come from? We already talked about your database, your sphere of influence, those know, like, and trust relationships, those people that know you, that trust you, that was out of a shadow of a doubt, they heard anybody talk about real estate, they'll say, call you. That's your first one. And then think about the other 2 that you're gonna focus on, that you're gonna get real good at and you're gonna consistently do on a regular basis. So just 3, guys. Don't be all over the place. Don't be all over the place trying to do everything. What are those other 2 outside the database? And I'm telling you, what I've really done with your sphere of influence, you can almost create 3 streams from that one. It's like if you drill down and really focus on those, you may not even have to do the others. But the more avenues, the better. I got several avenues outside the database where I got leads coming in. Publicly state your intention. Tell everybody in the date. I always publicly state my goals. Get an accountability partner. Develop an action plan. What are your numbers? 35 conversations. It's according to NAR, National Association of Realtors. About 30 conversations equal 1 closed deal. So a lot of times we're not closing enough real estate, selling enough real estate because we're not talking to enough people. We're not talking to enough people. So you got to up your conversations. Up your conversations, guys. 4 conversations or 6 conversations. How many people can have 5 conversations about real estate? 5, just 5 conversations about real estate a day. Is that hard? Is that difficult?
Nope.
No, just got to do it.
Just got to do it. All right, guys. So yeah.
Contacts equal contracts.
Ooh, I like that. Contacts equal contracts. All right, guys, let's open it up. We just got a few minutes left. Open it up for questions. I know, Marcella, you had a question.
Yes. So my question was about, you mentioned paying yourself consistently, like each time you get paid. So for those of us who still don't have consistent income, how do you decide like how much you're going to pay yourself and when? Like, do you have a set schedule almost where you're putting yourself on salary, or how do you pay yourself?
Yeah, so I just do like a 20% from every paycheck. I mean, not paycheck, every commission.
I know what you mean. Uh-huh.
Every commission, and I would just turn it over. So I keep everything separate, my business account separately, and I have account also for my taxes. I put like 30 in there, about 30% right there. Of course, I pay my tithes first. That's 10% there, 30% for Uncle Sam, and then that other 20 to 30% I'll pay into a separate account and leave everything else in my business account.
Okay.
Teresa probably, if Teresa's on the line, I see her. I'm not sure if she can talk, but she might have some advice on
And
that.
do you put aside any percentage, like maybe 10% to market or put back in the business?
No, because everything is still sitting there in the business account. All my
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't really, no, I don't really get to that level of detail. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, how y'all doing?
good.
Yeah, just to add to that, you said it right. First pay God with your ties, pay Uncle Sam. Please put back for Uncle Sam because you don't want that sneaking up on you at the end of the year. And just like you said, pay yourself. You're paying your expenses for the business out of the business account where you're leaving the money in. So if you pay yourself what you need to pay your personal bills that's not business related, and enough where you can have some money where you're just not dipping back and forth into your business account. So that way it is legit and it stays intact. So pay yourself, figure out what your personal bills are that is not that is not connected to your business. Pay yourself enough to pay that and have some spending money. But like I said, make sure you leave it to where you have enough in your business account to keep your business going as well.
Okay.
Good stuff. Thanks.
All right. And Teresa is our team professional tax person. I'm sorry, Teresa. Can you tell me your title again? I don't want to downgrade you. I know you've been doing it for years.
I'm a senior tax analyst.
Senior tax analyst. Awesome. Awesome, guys. So we're blessed to have senior tax analyst on the dream team, guys. So when she's taking, I think she's taking clients. So reach out to her if you have any questions or need some help. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Our newer agents.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a listing, and it's not listed at a good price. I'm trying to convince my client to reduce the price on the listing. But she wants to stay firm at the price. It's a lot of acreage, but the house is basically, everybody that comes by it says that they would just bulldoze the house and build on it, rebuild. But she for one, she won't come down to really look at the house. She lives in Maryland, and I've been trying to do everything down here for her, what we're supposed to do. And what is a good strategy to try to get her to understand that it's not going to sell at that price? I mean, what is something like that you would say to her to try to get her to come down?
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you definitely want to have a conversation. You want to have that tough conversation with her that explain the feedback that you're getting from other agents. Sometimes they don't necessarily want to hear from us or won't listen to us, but if you get some feedback from other agents, share that with her. But it's almost, she's got to get to that point where she's, you provide the evidence, in this market is hot. I know that's what the conversation I'm having with some of my sellers up here. If houses are still staying on the market, in this hot market, and we're getting like random sporadic showings, or people are coming, they're not presenting offers, then that's classic. That's what I always say. I say it's classic overprice. It's classic price. We need to adjust the price. We need to reduce the price. So that's the conversation I'm having with a few of mine that are on the market, and they shouldn't be on the market because they should be under contract because of this market. So yeah, I would present the evidence, show why, hey, houses are selling, and people are saying that, it's really the land, the houses needs to be really torn down. So we really need to adjust the price where we're getting more showings, more people interested in the property. Anybody else want to add to that?
I would say try to put or leave at the home some brokerage or agent questionnaires. Kind of like have them more in detail than just what's on showing time. And then basically give her that supporting documentation as well.
Mm-hmm.
And on showing time, you can have the comments actually go to the client too. So that way it's coming directly from the agents and you're not having to relay it yourself. That way she can see from other people straight from them what's being said.
I know Phoenix is a different market. Do y'all have showing time down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and they just got to get to that point. I got one that's real. She's stubborn. She won't She won't budge. This house has been on the market. We're coming up on a month in Lake Ridge. There's no way the house should still be on the market, but that we're overpriced.
Yeah.
Yep. So I had to make
So
two.
when do you decide with some of those clients, like, do you just keep it on the market for, say, because your sign is out there, so it would generate more activity for you? Or do you just get realistic and like, don't even spend time on it anymore and say, you know, we need to take this off the market because it's not going to sell at this price?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't take it off the market. I just let them know. I make sure that I'm making those calls, and what I'm getting ready to do is send her an email so it's documented. What I'm saying is that we're overpriced. So I just keep making sure I'm just reiterating. And I always, even in part of my listing presentation too, especially when I come in with a price and they want to go higher, I say, let's try it out.
So you still take the listing at a certain price?
I do.
Like if, okay.
But I set expectation. I say, hey, let's try it out. I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave any money on the table. And I don't want you ever feeling like, man, what if could I have gotten a little bit more? Let's try it. Let's try it for this weekend. The market is going to tell me. The market is going to tell me if we're too high. We're not going to, if we don't get any showings, we don't get any offers coming in based on, I'm going to hire a professional photographer. I'm going to hire one of the best photographers in the area so that the house is going to be popping. It's going to look awesome online. So we know it's either, two things that keep house for selling: price and condition. So we know it looks awesome online. It has to be the price, especially if people are not coming, or if they're coming and they're not writing offers. That means they're shopping on us. They're trying to see what else can I get that's even better at this price. So that's the conversation I'm having with them. So if they're not coming, we're not getting offers, then we want to quickly make adjustments, because the longer we're out there and those days are racking up, people are going to start saying, what's wrong with this house? So that's my script to them.
Right. Yeah, that's a good approach, because usually, like, so I had this strategy where if they are more than 5% over, my comps of what I think the house will sell at, then I would usually walk away. But I like your approach where you're saying don't leave any money on the table. But then, so if I take it that way, I would write in an automatic price reduction if we don't have like so many showings or offers within the first 14 days, because we know at that point we are losing time and money on the market. And that way you don't have to go back and have that conversation. It's already in the contract and you can reduce the price.
That's good. That's good, having automatic price reduction. That's real.
Because if you try to go back and get it later, then they're still not, they may have some trouble coming down on price, and then you're struggling and you're still wasting time. And I say marketing dollars or whatever, conversations with this person, when you could be lead generating or spending time generating new leads with people that are ready, willing to go right now. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, and well, that's what I told her, because she wanted to go in at 200,000, and so I said we'll try it at her price. But then, once it came time to go down, she was like, "No, I'm going to stay firm at 200,000."
Right.
And everybody that's coming through, the highest offer that I've officially got was 100. Some people have said that they would pay, the most they would pay is 160, but I haven't got any real,
Nothing in writing.
Yeah, in writing. So that's the problem with that. But
I think it's a struggle of sometimes knowing when to let go too, if that person's not going to be realistic. And if she's never going to come down, when do you reach the point where you say, okay, I got to let it go?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, should I ride the contract? Because I have it for 3 months, so do I, because doesn't it do something with me being a new agent? I'm trying to get, I want my stuff to look good, but I'm just a little like stuck. I don't know what to do. Should I keep it for 3 months, or
is it in a community, a neighborhood? Doesn't sound like it.
It's kind of rural. it's sitting on 5.5, no, almost 6 acres.
Okay. So rural properties tend to stay on the market longer, especially land.
Mhm.
Now, if you were in a neighborhood, it could hurt you. You know, look, fortunately for mine, I don't have a sign out front. She didn't want a sign. So you definitely don't want a sign in the neighborhood still for sale forever. That hurts. That starts working against you when it's in a neighborhood. That house still ain't sold. So, but if you rural, I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't, you know, you can let it ride out, but it ain't, you know, wait till she gets to that point where she's more motivated. It's all about motivation.
Yeah.
I'm not really motivated to get it sold.
And 3 months is not a long time. Now, if you said 6 months, a year, something, then it's like, okay, wait now, especially in this market, if it's not selling for 6 months, you know, it's price or condition, something is not right.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're at the top of the hour. Thank you all. Have an awesome weekend. We will see you all on Monday.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Rod. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.